you see a sign pointing you to Hyundai and a lot of abandoned land around it. You see a sign pointing you to the airport, and you get there's a lot of abandoned land around it. And how many of you have wondered or have noticed the fact that this is the only regional airport that we have, or the only one that I've ever seen that has literally no hotel space and no restaurants anywhere near it? A lot of abandoned space. I want to launch a vision that says that we're going to take that 0.9-mile radius between the airport and Hyundai, and we're going to make it into the new southern gateway for Montgomery, Alabama. The same way we make sure that our eastern gateway is prosperous and attractive, and our northern gateway is downtown, essentially. We make sure that's attractive and prosperous. I want to make our southern gateway the next basis and the next driver of prosperity in this community. Now, I mentioned this a few days ago, and someone said, well, Davis, that would be really ambitious for Montgomery, Alabama, to really take the 0.9-mile radius between Hyundai and the airport and make it a food center for retail and mixed development and commercial development. How are we ever going to pull that off? You know what I told them? I told them, you know who's doing it right now? Odinville, Alabama. Up in St. Clair County, exit 154 off the I-59 exit. That happens to be near the Honda plant. Well, if Odinville, Alabama, a city of 5,000 people, has made the commitment to attract and build a major mixed-use residential commercial development to take advantage of Honda's presence, if a town of 5,000 people called Odinville can pull that off, why can't Montgomery, Alabama pull that off? So what we're going to do, I'm going to reach out to the development community in this region and around this state for that matter. And I'm going to say to them, you've got a ready market of nearly 3,000 people who are making high-wage jobs at Hyundai. You've got ready access to the airport. You've got plenty of open land. We're going to invite you to build a mixed-use, major league facility or set of facilities that have good, high-quality housing, but housing that middle-class people can afford, and that also has shops, restaurants, and places that people will want to eat at. So in other words, the first plank of our platform is to enlarge our development vision to not just think about downtown, to not just think east, but to also think south. This should have happened 12 years ago, 14 years ago. The reason it's not happened is a lack of vision. It's not a lack of capacity, it's a lack of vision. I aim to fix that. Here's the second point. There are a lot of words up here. It says, make city financing of high-end development projects contingent on developers rebuilding underserved areas. Let me translate that into plain English. If you get rich off the city, you're going to have to give back. That's what all that means in plain English. Folks, right now, it's good to be a developer in Montgomery County. If you're building in a 4-block radius downtown, if you're building in East Montgomery, it's good to be a developer in Montgomery. The city of Montgomery has been very generous with financing, with putting up money, with reimbursing complete costs for a number of development projects downtown in East Montgomery. Well, beginning with my administration, we're going to do what 500 communities around America have done. We're going to say, if you get city resources to build, you're going to have to engage in reciprocal investment in underserved communities in town. That's part of how we're going to pay for this development of the project around Hyundai and the airport. It's part of how we're going to say to the areas around Alabama State that we're going to finally build the kind of high-quality housing, put the kind of high-quality retail near Alabama State that it deserves. As many of you students are here today. We're going to say to these big developers, you've got to literally pay your civic rent. And your civic rent is you've got to help us rebuild one of several designated rebuild zones that we will set up in Montgomery that will range from the Alabama State community to parts of the downtown area that have been neglected, to the Atlanta Highway, to the Southern Boulevard where we sit, to West Montgomery, to the Northern Boulevard. It's a very simple principle. if the city is helping you make money, you must not simply get rich, you have to give back. Now, I want to literally shift to this side of the room, because we can talk all we want about building new things in Montgomery. We can talk all we want about new visions and pretty shiny things that we want to bring to Montgomery that aren't here now. But if we make a lot of pretty shiny new things, and we still have blight in the heart of neighborhoods where people live, we'll just be another community that's sharply divided between haves and have-nots. This is a home that is on a street in Montgomery, Alabama. And the street's paved. The street's fine. But no human being could live there. No human being with any choice would want to live